Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whenever you are. Welcome to a new DC live stream. I'm your host, Matthew Battiri, here with you today with another altcoin technical analysis video. Now, if you joined us last week, you would have seen that I gave you my top 5 coins for 2023. 3 out of the 5 coins are doing pretty well since when we last spoke. Let's have a quick look-see. So 7 days ago, I spoke to you guys, it was Wednesday the 28th. Basically, the bottom of Trust Wallet currently up, let's have a quick look, currently up 20% from the lows. We have Atom. Let's go 7 days ago, Friday, Wednesday, there we go. So from Wednesday, which was here, to now, we're looking at 19%, so pretty good as well. Let's look at Matic since last week. So where's Wednesday? Wednesday's right here. So we'll go from the low of this candle to the high here, so 5%. And Uniswap last Wednesday was the bottom. So guys, I basically gave you a couple of hot tips. That was 13%. And then we've got QuickSwap moving a little bit slower than the rest. But last Wednesday was there. So it is up 3.29%. So basically we had a couple of 20%ers and a couple of 10%ers and a bit less than that. But this is the importance of joining me on these live streams so you can get some insight on some of the coins and tokens that I feel are going to do well. Obviously this year, I'm sure if Bitcoin pumps, the majority of coins on the first page will do pretty well. But at the end of the day, it's all about timing the market. So with that being said, if this is your first time coming to this live stream, feel free to comment below the altcoin that you wish that I can do some technical analysis on. I'll just change my background up or just move the screen a little bit. Let me remove that and let's get into it. So guys, in the comments, feel free to let me know what altcoin you want me to check out. Whilst I'm waiting for some comments, let's have a look at the coin market cap. Let's look at our biggest movers over the last 24 hours. We've got Solana, Ethereum Classic, Near Protocol, Frax, Sandbox, Compound, Mina, Optimism. Actually, I think Sandbox. I covered Sandbox as well last week. Well, anyway, Sandbox and Mana, 2 of my favorite holdings as well, being metaverses. We got Aave, Synthetics, Decentraland, ApeCoin, Flowcoin. So things are doing pretty well. If we look at the 7-day chart, we've got BitDAO, Solana, LibDAO, Aptos, OKB, Algorand. Everything doing quite well over the last 7 days. So looks like we got our first comment in. Leo, sure, mate, I can do Tezos. Alrighty. Tezos, there we go. Alrighty, haven't looked at this chart ever, I think. I know they're a big advertiser on the Formula One. Let me see if I can get a longer, let's see if we can find more history. I was sure it's been around before 2019, but I could be wrong. Bittrex, no. Let's look where else. OKX, that's a bit manky, but it looks like it did come out on. Let's have a look at Tezos. When it came out, when was it released? See if I can find. Okay, so back in 2019, July 2018. I'm assuming this isn't going to give us much help. So let's go. What could give us Bitfinex. We don't want longs or shorts. Bybit, BitGet. Okay, it looks like we might just have to stick with The Binance chart. All right, so I mean, in a way, you could see this is a double bottom. We've gone back to the equal lows of 2019. What did it get released at? It got released about $4, and the low was about 40 cents, which we're only a little bit above that, and it's gone up to an all-time high of $9. So even if you buy some now, you're looking at easy a 10x if it goes back to its all-time high. All right, on the weekly scale, good. We got a green dot, which means we should get a little bit of a pumpage. The stochastic RSI is bottomed. And this is what I've been saying about Bitcoin. I feel like Bitcoin has been primed for a bit of a move to the upside, and we're getting that today. So if Bitcoin moves, most things will follow, which is a good thing. On the daily, we've got some bullish divergences that were formed. Okay, so we can see here we created a, let me just remove these drawings. Okay, there, and let me remove that. All right, so we can see that basically from here to there, we created a lower low in price, and we have a higher low on the market side for B indicator. I'm sure if I was to turn on the RSI as well, we'd get a bullish divergence. Ooh, no, not as much. No, not at all. Okay, so we did not get a bullish divergence on the RSI, which is interesting, but we got a bullish RSI on the stochastic RSI and the market side. So 2 out of 3 things, 2 out of 3 indicators give me a good positive reading. And then we had the MACD cross bullish a couple of days ago. So we can see the moving averages of the MACD crossed over, and hence why we had a bit of a pump. Now, not a coin that I own. I do think that it's, Tesla's, like I said, big advertiser on a lot of Formula One cars and other things that they do. So it's probably not a bad coin to hold in your pocket, but at the end of the day, it's not in mine. I can't hold everything. I could hold a little bit of everything, but I choose not to. But Tesla seems to be doing okay. So looks like it's recovering a bit like the entire other market cap. So it looks like that could have been the low. If Bitcoin's low is in, then definitely Tesla's low is in at 70 cents. So look, it's not a bad coin to hold. I think it's obviously got potential. It looks like it's bottomed out in the interim, unless Bitcoin obviously does something wacky. But yeah, this is not a bad buy zone, especially being close to equal lows of 2019. So as long as you believe in the project, I think it could do well. And I think that this is a macro low. I'm not going to say it's the all-time low, but a macro low for sure. That chart actually incorrect. ICO price was around 27 cents. Yeah. ICO, yeah, maybe. I mean, this is saying $4. So yeah, maybe ICO was 27 cents, but when it got released, obviously it went to $4 and people probably dumped. Tesla's solid technical foundation, 1 million TPS in a few months. Thanks for your analysis. No worries, Leo. Pleasure, mate. Guys, I see there's a couple other people on the line. Feel free to shoot out some coins for me. But like I said, I think that most things have bottomed out on a macro scale. I'm not going to say it's the all-time low for everything because I do feel like we're going to get another low, a bit like what we normally do. Mid-bear market, we tend to have a bit of a rise in the crypto sphere, and that's what we're seeing with Bitcoin today, and everything's going to follow Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the market mover. But one important thing that we should look at is Bitcoin dominance, and let's see if we can see. Oh, okay, buddy. Okay. Come on, how'd you go? What we want to determine with Bitcoin dominance is if Bitcoin dominance drops, that means our money's better off being in altcoins because our altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. So with Bitcoin dominance over the last few weeks, so we can see here on a weekly, oh, okay, here we go. We might start getting some altcoin pumpage. Yeah, and that's what we've kind of been seeing a little bit. Altcoins, the ones that I pointed out, like I said, Trust Wallet and Atom, gone up 20%. Now, Bitcoin, since I spoke about it a week ago, has not done 20%. And we've got the stochastic RSI in the overbought territory. Okay, so overbought right now basically means the Bitcoin dominance is going to come down, which means that maybe profits from Bitcoin are going to go into altcoins, or altcoins are going to outperform Bitcoin. Now, to give me, I want to see confluence. Okay, so here we go. So on the daily with the stochastic RSI is low and looking for a bit of a trend reversal. So maybe by the end of this week, so maybe this week in general, Bitcoin will pump. Once we get to overbought territory, it will line up with the overbought in the stochastic RSI, and then we will obviously come down because yeah, that's just how we go. Whenever the stochastic RSI is in the overbought territory, we need to cool off and come down. And looks like it's about to cross over, which gives me confidence altcoins will outperform Bitcoin just this week. Then that'll give the daily stochastic RSI time to move to the upside, go back to overbought, and then it rolls over. So that's interesting. Let's have a look at ETH BTC ratio, because that also, if that lines up with Bitcoin dominance, then that's a good thing. So on the weekly, we got a green dot. Stochastic RSI is more so in the bearish zone than the bullish zone. So because we're in the bearish zone, which means we should be, as you can see, the moving averages, let me zoom in, moving averages are now pointing to the upside. So that means ETH dominance over Bitcoin will rise, which is entailed with Bitcoin dominance coming down and more money going into altcoins. So look for altcoins to have a good week this week. Let's go to the daily. On the daily, Ethereum is overbought, so it looks like it needs to cool off, and this is why. But look, the moving averages are still pointing fairly high to the upside. We've probably got a day or two more of Ethereum doing quite well, and then it'll probably pull back against Bitcoin. So what we want to do is always use, if you are not a trader, but you can get yourself a free TradingView account, I would definitely be getting BTC.D for Bitcoin dominance. Check the direction of the chart, because then you want to be parking your funds in other things. I mean, look at Bitcoin, up 1.13%. This is just today. Let me go. So the last 24 hours, oops, let's go back. Let's go back here. So in the last 24 hours, look, Bitcoin has gone up 0.67%, right? But most altcoins, look at that. We've got to go all the way down to find Bitcoin. Okay, Bitcoin, there we are. So Bitcoin is, close to the bottom. We're looking at it being, only marginally better than, 30% of some of the altcoins. So we could have invested in any of these altcoins above for a better return in the last 24 hours. And I think that's going to continue in the next little week, or in the next week. So what about 7 days? Let's have a look where Bitcoin is after 7 days. So after 7 days, there we are. So it's right all the way down here. So at 1.35%. Okay. So everything else above it has outperformed it dramatically. So this is why we at Breakout Solutions, what we tend to do is we tend to use altcoins as an investment vehicle to buy more Bitcoin at the end of, or during, a bull cycle, because basically, altcoins change all the time. The top altcoins, the best performing ones, they change all the time. Some projects do well, some projects do poorly. And each market cycle, every altcoin like Bitcoin is going to have a decreased return on investment. But you can find some low cap gems in here that can do really well. Look at people that invested in Shiba last bull market, had amazing returns. And right now, seems to be like a good time to buy most of your altcoins. Most of them are down 95 to 99%. So if you want a good return on your investment so you can get more money into Bitcoin, that's a great example. So just as an example, because we talked about Tezos, right? We talked about Tezos. So Tezos right now is at 70 cents. And even if it goes back to its previous all-time high, right, it doesn't break it. So we've got this double top. So let's just say it goes back all the way back up to $9. You're looking at a 12x. Bitcoin will not do a 12x from where it currently is. Okay, there is no chance in hell Bitcoin does a 12x. Where would a 12x be for Bitcoin? I've probably got to do this. So 12x, you're looking at there. Bitcoin's not going to 220 in the next bull run. Okay, I don't believe so. It'd be pretty crazy and good if it does, but that requires a lot of capital to go back into Bitcoin. So most people don't like Bitcoin. Those people that are in it for the money, not the technology and the, decentralization, they'll go for altcoins. But what we do is we invest in altcoins, make our profit, park it back into the most solid asset, which is Bitcoin. And if you don't believe me as the most solid project, what you can do is you can go back to, if you hover here to cryptocurrencies on CoinMarketCap, go to historical snapshots. You go in here, you select any date in history from 2013 when they've started recording, cryptocurrencies to now. I can pick any date. Bitcoin is number one. Let's go November 5th, 2017. Bitcoin, number one. Look at the top 10 altcoins from back in, this wasn't that long ago, it's 5 years ago, and it seems like an age, but Bitcoin Cash, XRP is still there. Litecoin moved out, I think it's in the top 20 still. Dash, no longer there. Neo, no longer there. NEM, Monero, Ethereum Classic. Like a lot of these coins are no longer, there's Cardano down here, Lisk, Tether. They're no longer in the top 20. Because it's been so long and things have changed. And, this is why you want to have your safest bet is Bitcoin. Let's go February 2014, Bitcoin, Litecoin, XRP, Pcoin, NXT, Omni, Doge, Namecoin, Quark, like Mega, WorldCoin, Primecoin. I bet you if you look these up these days, they probably, let's have a quick laugh. Let's go to Quark. Okay, let's have a look at Quark. Market cap. 336,380, and back in 2014 it had 24 million in it, right? Market cap's a lot lower, obviously, because it was a long time ago. This is close to 10 years ago now, 9 years ago, but this just shows you like how many of these projects, they'll pump during the bull cycle, but take those profits, park it into the big dog right here, Bitcoin. All right, we always want to go back into this baby. All right, thanks for your analysis. No worries, Leo. CoinMarketCap using Hitbit market data, which is not reliable, or Hitbit. Yeah, look, at the end of the day, everything is not 100%. You could use CoinGecko. That's another one that a lot of people like to use. I like CoinMarketCap. I've just been using it for years. I like the historical snapshots. Do they have it here? They don't compare coins. No, it doesn't look like they got historical snapshots. I just like it because the historical snapshots, so I can educate you guys to show you that you should be using altcoins as an investment vehicle. Guys, we've had a few new people join us. If this is your first time on this stream, feel free to drop me your favorite altcoin in the comments below, and I'll do some technical analysis for it. But to be honest, with Bitcoin pumping, everything's probably pumping as well. So that is a good thing. One thing that's been interesting, Bitcoin is pumping, and so is the dollar. The DXY is also pumped. Now, usually in the past, we've seen an inverse relationship with the DXY and Bitcoin. If you use TradingView, all you need to do is click this little plus up here, find Bitcoin, and then you will see a comparative chart of Bitcoin and, oops, where's it going? Why can't I? Let's go regular. Where's the price of Bitcoin? Where are you? Oh, it's pretty because Bitcoin is so high. Let's go to percent. Do I do percent? No. Where are we? Let's go regular. Can I put this on the left style? I don't want to spend too much time doing this. I don't normally do lots of compares, style line. It's because the cap is so low. Let's go USD. It's because if I zoom out, you'll see Bitcoin is up here, right? Because of the percentage. So I'm trying to make it seem better. But all I wanted to show you basically, index to 100, there, that could work. No, move scale to left. No, let's go move scale to right. Reset pricing scale. Lock price ratio bar. Okay, I'm not going to worry about it because it's going to be too complicated. But basically, the inverse relationship that I'm talking about is when DXY goes up, Bitcoin goes down. We have been going down for a while, right? Since basically the FTX crash. I don't want to lock. How do I lock? No, we don't. So basically, we've seen Bitcoin continuously go down just purely for the fact that we had the FTX drama, all right? So if the FTX drama didn't occur, I do believe, not that one, that's my trading account. I do believe that we would not have gone lower than 19,000, which is about right, because if you think about it, Bitcoin tends to revisit the all-time high of the previous cycle. All right. So if we look at Bitcoin, right, except for, I guess, this time, we never came back down to $1,000, but a lot of people thought we would have come back down to $1,000. But this time around, we came all the way down to 20, found support around 20 for a long period of time. We were there for like 3 months. Then we had the FTX drama, and then FTX sort of made us collapse. So this could possibly be the bottom, even though I think we're going to go lower because, Bitcoin tends to retrace 85% from its all-time high. And from top to bottom, we've only gone down 77%. But then again, because a lot of people think we're going to go lower, maybe we don't go lower. Maybe this was the end. But that being said, DXY has been going down. Bitcoin basically followed it. So there was positive correlation rather than an inverse correlation. And now with the DXY pumping, so is Bitcoin. So over the last, over the last little bit, Bitcoin's been sort of pumping, and the DXY has also been pumping over the last 24 to 48 hours. All right. So what I would eventually like to see is obviously a complete detachment from cryptocurrencies and the traditional markets, but we're never going to really get that because it's an investment vehicle. So if the stock market doesn't do well, Bitcoin's going to go down until I believe Bitcoin hits $10 trillion as a market cap, which is the same as gold. Then I believe people will see Bitcoin as more of a store of value, and the price fluctuations is going to be more diminished. We're not going to see as much volatility because people are going to be parking their funds in Bitcoin to outrun inflation and so forth. So we need to keep an eye on that. Alrighty, guys, do you have any altcoins that you would like me to see, or do you want me to just continue going through the coin market cap? Just put the ticker symbol of your favorite altcoin below. If you see me going through any altcoins on this list, just type it below. I'm happy to do some technical analysis on it. We are on the first page of CoinMarketCap. Let's have a look. Why don't we do Shiba? I'll do Shiba whilst I'm waiting for a ticker symbol from people. All right, let's have a look. One of the biggest movers of last year. All right, so it's spent a lot of time around about this point, this price point. So we can see how we're getting support here. I would probably say that around about 715 Satoshis or whatever that is. That's where the point of control was, I would say, from this entire sideways trading range. So if I do this, the red line should be there. There we go. Look at that. So you can kind of, without doing this fancy stuff, I could have told you that was the point of control. So the most amount of Shiba that was traded back here in June 2021 was around about 710 Satoshis, or whatever the value is here. I don't know how many Satoshis. It could be more zeros to the right. And then we found support there back in 18th of June. Right now, we're pretty low. We're at about 828 Satoshis. But what is the return that you can get if you bought some SHIB today? So you could get a 10x, okay? 10x if it goes back to its previous all-time high. Look, it had a lot of hype. I don't know too much about the current utility of Shiba, but it's a coin, a bit like Dogecoin, that people think that they can make millions on. So, it's always good to do some technical analysis. You don't have to love coins as long as they make you money, and then you can put it back into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Here's another one that I'm not a super huge fan of, but I know that it had a bit of a death wick the other day at 30 cents, currently at 34 cents, so XRP. This one is interesting because there's a lot more rumors about, XRP, doing stuff with banks, and the banks using XRP as the vehicle to transact their funds to make it a lot quicker. It obviously did not pump very high the last bull market, right? We only got to $2, and I think the previous bull market was, $2.53, something like that. So if XRP, I'm not too sure where they are with the SEC case. I haven't been keeping my ear to the ground on that one, but we could see XRP do really well because it didn't pump a lot the previous bull market. So a lot of people might say, hey, it's due for kind of like a double cycle. Hopefully a lot of people don't think that and don't buy it because of that fact. But right now, it's still finding support around like that 32 cents here. I've got this line, pretty easy to draw support and resistance line. You can see there was resistance back here, and then obviously support. So it doesn't look like XRP wants to go below 30 cents, which if you're an XRP person, that's probably a good thing, and now's not a bad time to invest. All right, guys, I'm going to do one more coin. So if you're watching, feel free to drop me one of your favorite altcoins below, and I can do one more analysis for you guys. What can I see? What can I see that I like? Okay. I might do Cake. I'll do Cake, which is PancakeSwap's native token. All right, so we're at $3.20. All-time high $44. So if you buy some now and we at least go back to the previous all-time high, you're looking at a 13x. Definitely going to outperform Bitcoin. It's found some good support at the 0.786 Fibonacci retracement, which was $3.13. So it hasn't pumped that much from its low. If we look at the other indicators, it's got bullish divergence on the RSI, on market cipher, on stochastic RSI, and we've got the MACD has crossed over into bullish mode. So we could definitely see cake at least go back up to the 618 fib retracement from this low to high, which is around $4.60. So it's not too bad. Let's have a look to see if we have any confluence. Let me do a quick fixed range volume profile from this entire sideways range. Okay, so before that, we'll probably get resistance at the, let me remove that, at the 382, okay, which is the point of control up here. So about $4. So we could see cake go up to at least $4 before we see a bit of resistance and a sell-off. But yeah, that's I don't mind cake because I transact a lot on Pancake Swap using I usually use more so decentralized exchanges, try not to have my money parked on exchanges, and just keep my stuff on MetaMask with a ledger. So I do like cake, and it's kind of like, you know, if Pancake Swap is getting a lot of volume, then you tend to see the cake token do pretty well as well. I think it's like having a bit of a share in the company. That's how I like to see it. All right, guys, that is it from me. Thank you so much for tuning in for another altcoin technical analysis video. Same time every week. Don't miss out, because some of the coins that we talk about sometimes are the ones that are going to pump, like Trust Wallet, Atomic, Cosmos, I should say, Uni, and Matic from last week. So make sure you tune in. Feel free to ask me questions. I only had one person ask me some. So I only had one person give me an altcoin today. So feel free to always drop in your favorite altcoins, and I'll do some analysis for you. That's it from me, and catch you next week. Bye for now.